Really? Dan told the hitman to at least let him put the baby down first, but the killer couldn't care less. Then he launched an attack on Dan. With the child still in his arms, Dan had no choice but to quickly knock the attacker unconscious.
I told you to let me put my kid down!
Then he calmly picked up the fallen pack of diapers and went to the counter to pay. As for the mess caused by the fight, Dan told the store clerk to have the killer pay for the damages. Afterward, Dan drove home and went straight to a hidden compartment under the stairs. He pulled out weapons, passports, and a stack of cash. But since he'd been retired for years, all the passports had expired. Grabbing a bundle of bills, Dan started packing his family's things while calling an old comrade, asking him to prepare new passports for his wife and kids. They agreed to meet in Las Vegas in 3 days. Dan then hurried to pick up his son and daughter from school, and went to his wife's workplace, pretending they were going on a family trip. When she heard the destination was Las Vegas, she was taken aback, wondering why her husband suddenly felt like traveling. Just then, Dan noticed a suspicious car downstairs and urged his wife to leave immediately. Soon, the hitman's car appeared behind them. To shake him off, Dan sped up, which made his family anxious, except for his little boy, who was thrilled. Dan quickly explained that he was just taking a shortcut, but no matter where he turned, the killers followed. He soon realized there must be a tracker on the car, so he stopped by his workplace, pretending to service the vehicle, and secretly found the tracking device. He then placed it on his boss's car.
Cars are like chicks, man. Yes, right. Get her on the freeway, you open her up and you get a ticket, it's on me.
Moments later, the boss drove away, and the killers, seeing the tracker moving, went after him instead. To prevent further tracking, Dan disabled all of his family's phones. Meanwhile, the hitman's boss realized they'd been tricked, and sent his men to search Dan's house, but they found nothing. That night, while checking into a hotel, Dan noticed his son posing for a picture with a young female fan. He instantly realized the photo could reveal their location. Pretending the hotel was fully booked, he took the family and drove off again toward Las Vegas, but the killers used the photo to track them down. Dan spotted a motorcycle tailing them in the rearview mirror. Knowing escape was impossible, he turned on the car's music, pulled out a weapon, and prepared for a fight. The little boy was thrilled when he saw the scene. As the assassins drew closer, Dan cranked up the volume, ready to take them out quickly. For a top-tier agent like him, these hitmen were no real threat. But to keep his family from realizing what was happening, he tried to keep his distance. When one killer got too close, Dan rammed him with the car. The man clung desperately to the window. Dan accidentally dropped the weapon in his hand while trying to keep the car steady, but the little boy handed his baby bottle to Dan. By the end of the night, the family was safe. The next morning, just as Dan was about to get some sleep, his daughter woke him up. Soon his wife was awake too, and when she learned he'd been driving all night, she felt deeply concerned. Not wanting to worry her, Dan smiled and said he was just too excited about the trip to sleep at all.